just how hard is that one to take after the way that you performed, especially the first 45 minutes?
Yes, it's difficult to put into words how difficult one it is to take. I think first half I don't know, I've been involved in such a one-sided Ibrox game. Old Firm, I thought we were dominant off the ball, on the ball. I thought everyone was right on it. We played in the front foot, we were aggressive, we played in their half. And then we started the second half of that first 5 minutes, and then after that we did the complete opposite. We didn't tight enough. We didn't put them under the same pressure we were putting them under. We allowed them to play their game, get on the ball, playing between the lines, and then when you do that, there's going to be moments and chances in the game, and two of them fell to them.
Do you feel like the main beneficiary of today is Hearts, given their lead at the top?
Yeah, of course, 6 points. There's no two ways about that. There's the main beneficiaries then, and if I was them, I'd be feeling the exact same way. But there's a long way to go. There's 9 games, everyone's got to play each other, so as much as it feels like they're 6 points now, but let's see 9 games, and but it's obvious we've got to be clean now. We can't afford any more slip ups. We've got to be right on.
I was going to say, I mean, there has been games, a lot of points spilled of late. I mean, does it feel that some of those the consistency levels need to be tightened up in the running?
Yeah, I think today's the prime example of that. For sure.
What was the manager's message, John? Was he able to articulate why he felt you're, as you say, so dominant in the first half, not after it?
To be honest, it was. He'll more speak tomorrow, the manager. We should go away and watch it and see what the big reasons were, what the takeaway. Because after the game, it's so emotional when you throw away 3 points like that. It's emotional. It's difficult to properly articulate what happened and look back and see why we gave up so much territory second half and why they had so much possession and why we allowed them to get into the game. I'm sure there'll be plenty of things we could look at, but just now it's you can imagine it's high emotions in there, and boys are really frustrated.
But from your point of view, 9 games, there's still a lot of points to play for. You're still confident that you can do it.
Absolutely. I think tomorrow when it settles a bit and we look back, there's still 9 games to go, and that's what we've got to focus on. But today is a sore one, and it's difficult to look long term when you're hurting.
How much can you try and take away from that first half and just that dominant display, and try and take that going forward and try and use that as the standard for the rest of the season?
Yeah, I personally think that's when we're at our best, when we're physical, the crowd was up, we were playing their half, we played fast, aggressive football, and we were the same at Hearts at home. But we've got to do it for the full game. There's no point doing it for 45-50 minutes. We've got to keep that for the full game. And yes, there'll be periods where we can't do that the full game. Celtic are a good side. There'll be moments when they have possession, when they play their game. It's important then that we're a bit more experienced and we get into shape and we're difficult to play through.
I was going to ask that, John, just that the fans and the crowd were really behind you in the first half. You just seem to sense the tension creeping in as the second half wore on. Does that translate itself onto the pitch, amongst the players?
Yeah, I think it can work both ways, but we've got to play our game, to be experiencing, and we feel that sometimes in games when you're 2-0 up to 1 Old Firm, there's going to be spells where the other team have got possession, when they've got territory, and it's important then that we stand up and we're difficult to break down and we're solid and we don't let them play through the lines. And today we didn't really do that in the important moments.
Is there a frustration that you look at Yusuf's first goal and sensational as it was, it doesn't count for something bigger than the draw today?
Yeah, of course. I think he'll be frustrated with that. It was an outstanding goal, and again he was a big player for us today. He stepped up in a big game, and he was really impressive. But everyone's frustrated with how it ended.
John, so many draws, especially in the last few weeks when Rangers have got so close. The question from the fans be, well, does this group have a mentality issue when it comes to having the ball to really push on and make it count? How do you respond to that?
Yeah, of course that's going to be the question. And what I can say is we'll need to be judged at the end of the season, because just now there's 9 games left, and if I was a fan looking just now, I'd be asking the same questions as Financial. But for me, we've got to be really clean the next 9 games. We've got to stand up, and we've got to win, and we can't afford slip-ups. And obviously Hearts are 6 points, so it's up to them, and we've got to hope they drop points, because we've got to win every game. But yeah, I'd say ask us at the end of the season and judge us then.